Hello everyone, welcome to my new YouTube channel. This is your bro John, and just want to make a quick introduction about my channel before I proceed with my first review. So this channel is mainly for book reviews, uh, movie reviews, and lifestyle in general. So I hope you enjoy my videos, and if you do, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'm new to this, so forgive me if I make mistakes early on, but I'll try my best to improve moving forward. So, the first book that I'm going to review is a book that I've finished recently, and it is The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. So, what is the slight edge, which is essentially the core principle in this book? uh, it's it talks about the compound effect of habits in our lives. Uh, we all know that being consistent pays off. We know that we are in a society of instant gratification, but to succeed, we need to play the long game, right? We need to think 10 steps ahead, right? So, but many of us, despite knowing this, fail to implement those techniques in our lives. It's hard to keep going. It's hard to keep grinding, seeing the very little in terms of results. But if we keep on the path, the results will be, far greater than we can ever imagine. So the slight edge can be applied to all the facets in our lives. Could be a diet, could be health, could be self-improvement, money, relationships, you name it. Doesn't matter. All the benefit from doing what you can consistently. The key, so slight edge is essentially consistency. It's essentially the effect of time, the compounding effect of time, how time improves us uh, if we do those healthy and you know productive habits in our daily lives. So the book goes on in detail about how we can use the slight edge with many examples. One such example was the story about a man and his two kids. And so the man gave his two sons two different options. The first option was he would give $10 million straight up, no questions asked. And the second option was that he would pay he would pay them 10 cents, right, 10 cents every month for the rest of their lives. The first son chose the $10 million straight up, no questions asked. The second son, who was wise, who chose the second option, which is 10 cents every month for the rest of his life. Who do you think won here? Who do you think is a wiser one? The guy who got $10 million wasted it away and pretty soon was broke. But the second son, who realized the importance of slight edge, chose the second option, which is 10 cents, which seems insignificant, but over time amounts to a lot of money. So that's one of the examples mentioned here. Another example uh, mentioned was that of uh, the water hyacinth, right? We all know what water hyacinth is. It starts off really small, and then over time, it literally covers the entire lake. So many examples like that. There was one example about a frog stuck in a fell into um, a pot of butter. So many examples like that. And yeah, so what are the main key ideas in this book? What you do today matters, right? What you do every day matters. Successful people are those who understand that little choices they make matter, and because of that they chose to do these things that seem to make no difference at all in the act of doing them, and they do them over and over again until the compound effects kick in. And a secret of time. So Time is the force, we all know it magnifies those little insignificant things that we do in our daily lives, mundane tasks, which we may not realize how efficient they are until it gets compounded over time. And the growth mindset, success doesn't come out of nowhere, right? It has to be conjured up. It can't be just conjured up, out of thin air like a magician does. So it starts from a small beginning. It all starts from somewhere. It has to start from a tiny point and multiplies over time. So there has to be a beginning. And another key idea, another important quote that I found really, you know, really interesting and was plant, cultivate, harvest. A simple quote, but has so much of meaning to it. You plant that habit you want to start. You cultivate, you work at it every day in small increments over time. You never stop. You be consistent and do the work, do the work, keep up the work, and then finally you reap what you sow. So it's one quote that really moved me. Uh, so uh, the one i mean i would i definitely like this book. I would definitely uh, say that it's among my top 5 books for sure. But one issue that I found with this book was repetitiveness, right? It kept on repeating for a certain portion of the book. uh, you know that was the only issue I found: repetition of points that were already mentioned. So that brings me to the final uh, topic. Should you read this book? I definitely think you should read this book. You should have this in your list of reading list. Uh, it has so many life lessons. It gives so many lessons that I haven't found in many of the other books that I've read. Uh, quite simply, the message behind this book is amazing. And yeah, I definitely like this book, and you should definitely read this book. So yeah, so that was my review of The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. This is my very first video, so I am a bit nervous, but let's see how it goes. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Really means a lot. Thank you. Till then, until next time, cheers.